Hello friends. Welcome into the craft room. Come on in and join me. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I'm so glad you're here with me. I can't wait to do this project with you guys. I had like 3 projects in mind. I was like, okay, I could do either one of these tonight, either one, and then I finally settled on one. And then I realized I needed an apron because I decided I'm going to ink. So ink first. So the 2 projects I was thinking about doing today are geared kind of towards graduation on Friday for me. So I thought I would bring you guys along and show you. And the transfer that we're going to use today is this one. So this is called Focus on the Good. Isn't this fabulous? Yeah, that's what it's called, right? Yeah, Focus on the Good. So this is one of our transfers that launched this year. I love this. I have not used it yet. And today I was gonna do a project with my Aiden board, which you guys know it's magnetic and it's a chalkboard and it's reusable. I was gonna do that with this and with the cutouts because this came with a set of cutouts that have sold out. They had sold out. I was lucky to grab these before they did. They should be coming back in stock. I'm just not sure when yet. But I am probably going to do this project Friday, or I may just do the project tomorrow and record it. And if they come back in stock, I'll show you guys what it looks like with the cutouts that come along with it. But remember, if you did not, or you don't want to spend the money to get the cutouts, but you have this transfer, since our transfers are reusable so many times, you can do it on multiple projects. I am actually going to do it on a t-shirt today. Because you guys know I like to use my transfers first time on the t-shirt. But since he's sold out, you can still create the same kind of look that I'm going to do with it using foam or our chalk suede paper, just so you know, or even maybe watercolor paper. So I will do this project, but since I want to do a t-shirt first, we're going to do that. I'm going to set this aside, but be on the lookout this week because I am planning on doing that one to share because I want to have this out at the I want to have it out at the graduation, so I want you guys to see it. So we're going to do a t-shirt with this transfer. Before I do that, I am going to prepare this surface because we are going to use this for the cutouts that I'm going to do either tomorrow or Friday. I haven't decided which, but one of those days I'm going to show you it. So I want to put it on this board, and this is a magnetic reusable chalkboard. This is called our Aiden gallery. It's a gallery board. It's an Aiden frame, and I want to reuse it. That's the cool thing about these chalkboards and our transfers is you can reuse the chalkboards. Just clean off the chalk. This is just chalk paste. So I am going to spray it with water and let it reactivate. So I just wanted to show you guys how easy that is. So before we even get started on the inking project, which is only going to take a little while, I am going to go ahead and spray some just regular tap water on the board where the chalk paste is. This is the one that I did last month. The chalk is hard. It's not permanent, but it is there until you want it to come off. So I just sprayed water on the chalk paste. That will kind of reactivate the chalk paste a little bit. It'll soften it up, and then I'm just going to scrape it off. So I'll show you how that's done as soon as we finish the t-shirt. So I'm going to set that aside, okay? So I have my t-shirt pulled out. Let's see, guys. I have my t-shirt pulled out. This is another one that I have a stash over here, you guys. I keep it. Hey, Jackie, thanks for joining me again today. I have a stash, as you know, all good crafters do, right? We have our stashes. And I had picked this up on clearance. Actually, you guys, it's from one of my favorite, it's really one of the most comfortable shirts that I've ever found. So I just had it over there because it was already this, you see this? It was already this like tie-dye, I guess you would call it tie-dye. It was already like this with the pink. So of course I grabbed it because I am a tie-dye gal. So anything that is watercolors and tie-dyes and things like that, I love that look. So when I saw this and it was on clearance, I'm like, oh yeah, I could use a pink shirt. I actually don't have hardly any pink shirts, which is kind of weird. I do like pink, but I don't know why. I don't have very many. So anyway, we are going to do this design on here. I have gone ahead and put my ink mat in there, and I'm just trying to hopefully have it in the middle is where I'm hoping that I have it. So I have an ink mat in there. You know, I always do that. If you've ever followed me before, if not, welcome. And you know I'm live if you see that red circle around my profile picture. If not, you're catching me on replay. Just let me know you're here. I love to say hi to you, even if it's on replay. I always check all my messages, you guys, even after the fact. So, since I have not used this transfer before, I always mark the front because these are newer transfers, and it doesn't matter. I always, when you go to wash your transfers, I want to make sure I have the front and the back, because the back side is sticky, so you always want to make sure you put it back on the right side when you go to put it back. And the backer sheet has a right side and a back side. So I always write on the back, and then I try to designate where the transfer goes. And I'm just doodling on the back here. So I always mark mine. Now I'm going to take my transfer trimmers and cut it. And then we're going to place this on here. And we're just going to kind of, and hopefully you guys, I'll be able to see your comments because they don't always show up here. Yeah, like I'm not seeing all, I'm not, or they're delayed or something. So if I miss it because I'm doing something, or if I miss it because it's not showing up, I will go back and answer it after the fact. Anyway, I'm going to take my transfer trimmers and I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And I'm going to decide how much of this I'm going to use. I may use every piece of the transfer, and I may not. And that's the good thing about DIY is you can choose what you want to do and how you want to place it and all of that. But I know I'm definitely using this big piece. I probably am going to use a little bit of the flowers, but I may not use all of the flowers. So let me just go ahead and cut it along. We have these little, I call them score lines, but they're really not. They're just little silk screen lines. And they're meant to be, that's where you cut it. That way your transfer doesn't fray. So let me just do this real quick. Then we'll get our transfer placed. I'll probably use at least one, maybe two of the flowers. We'll see. We'll see. Sometimes you have to get it on there to see it and decide how you want it to look, you know? And I've pulled some colors that I'm going to use since this shirt is it's a little bit different. It's a couple different shades of pink. I pulled these colors. So we're going to use the green, obviously, for if I'm doing any of the flowers, and I have the green, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this for the main, for the camera. I think for the camera. And actually, was I going to do... No, I think I was going to do the flowers in that, and the camera and the focus on the good in my tide. I think that's what I was going to do. So we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. Anyway, what do you guys got going on today? Let me know what's happening in your world today. I would love to know. I would love to know. Now, there is a really cool way that you can do this with some other, you know, when we use our cutouts. But I really, I love cameras. I love photography. I take pictures all the time. So I thought, I need this t-shirt. I need a t-shirt with it on there. Now, it's sticky, remember? We want it to be sticky. So I am going to go ahead and place it on the shirt. And I'm not going to pay that much attention to, I am going to put it up kind of high. I usually do about 3 finger widths from the top. But I do want to find them. Let me see where the middle is. I don't know, you guys. I feel like I'm all over the place today. And I didn't have coffee. I haven't had caffeine. I had my 1 cup this morning, and that was it. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this where I think it looks like it's the middle. Okay, there we go. Now I feel like I'm ready. And this brand has a little like embossing here. I'm just going to kind of ignore it and just put this right over here. And about 3 finger widths from the, you know, top. This is one of those shirts I probably won't cut. A lot of times when I get shirts just like from well, not even Walmart, but like from Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree, or one that's like, you know, just a unisex Gildan shirt or whatever. A lot of times I cut those collars, but this is a little bit more neat. I like the collar on this, so it doesn't bother me. So I probably will not cut this collar. So I'm just going to try to line that up where I think that looks like it's the middle. Okay. And then once I have it, I'm going to just spread it out. So now I've got to decide. You guys might have to help me here. So I've got to decide, like, if I want to do the camera in Tide or if I want to do the camera in, this is Current Jam. Which color do you guys think I should do the camera? And should I do the words, focus on the good, should I do that in a different color? I feel like I should do it maybe like that. But you guys tell me, what do you think? What do you guys think? Let me know in comments. And then let me see about a couple flowers. Let's see. I definitely like this one. That's really pretty little setup. And we could have that kind of up here, I think. Might have to wait until, maybe I just need the one. Or maybe I could put one down here at the corner and then one up here on the corner. I'll just wait until I'm done with this though, so I can do that. Then we'll worry about the flowers. Trying to think which one, because I feel like it might be a nice contrast with the teal. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm trying to see if I see. And then just do focus on the good, and then we can do the flowers in that color too. What do you guys think? Now remember, we're working with ink. Have something to wash your hands with on the side. Let me know in comments, guys. Make sure you hit that heart button when you join me. Say hi. I would love to know where you're watching from. So I'm thinking the Tide on the camera, because that's going to really make it be the focal point. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let me flip it around. I usually try to tuck as much as I can of the garment, you know, kind of out of the way since we're working with ink. Remember, we want to be careful. But it's so fun, you guys. And we have the single ink packets now too, so that makes it even more fun. All right. I had to pull all of my, I had used so many the other day. I had used so many of my squeegees. I had almost all of them in to be cleaned. So let's see. I think we'll do that and that. And then I'll probably, when I get to the flowers, I'll use something smaller. All right, guys. We're going to go for it. So this is Tide. I love this color. Oh, you guys cannot even see. Can you see it? You'll see it when I put it on the shirt because I don't have my ring light on. Sorry, guys. And I hate putting the one above me on because it's so yellow. You know, it's on the ceiling fan, so I just hate doing that. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Just apply it directly. I'm just going to put it right on the whole camera. I'm going to do the whole camera in this color. The good thing about ink also is that you don't have to worry about like rushing or paste and peeling because it seeps through onto the material, so you don't have to worry about it drying in your silk screen before you get done with that section. And I need to be careful because I'm almost getting up into my little word bubble. I could do it in the word bubble too, but I think I want to do two colors. So of course, it was so fun and so sweet. Of course, we ran late as usual. I feel like that's all I ever do. Just run late. We got there just a few minutes after the awards started, and our little guy was out in the hallway with the assistant because he was looking for us. I felt so bad. The story of my life. I am always late, y'all. I can't say that it was 100% my fault today, but regardless, I felt bad. I'm like, honey, of course we were coming. Him and his daddy. So that was, if you saw the story or the picture, that's my oldest son. That's his daddy. And His Poppy would have gone, but Poppy is out of town for business, so he didn't get to go. And his aunt, of course, won't be here until tomorrow. She's in the mountains. She's not coming back home until tomorrow. And then his uncle, we all live with him, so his uncle had to work, so he couldn't come. But it was still awesome. I'm glad. It's such a privilege and a blessing to be able to be there for these. Okay, so that's what I got so far. I'm going to leave it be while I do the top part because I don't have to worry about it. It's seeping into my material, so I don't have to worry about, you know, it drying or having to pull it off quickly. Yeah, I think this is the right choice. I think this was the right choice. Gosh, this complements this shirt so well. This color is called Current Jam. This is perfect. We have this in chalk paste and ink. The Tide we do also. We have that in ink and chalk paste. So the project that I'm going to do with the cutouts, I'm going to do it in black in the Tide because my son's school is, that's their school color, is like a teal and black and white. So that's what I'm going to do for those as well. But it was so fun. She did a, the teachers did, it was just his classroom. They did it in the classrooms and it was just his classroom. And she gave out an award to, of course, everybody got a, you know, just a kindergarten graduation award. And I think we must have missed that part. Because of course, once we got there, we already were just like 2 minutes late. And then when you got into the office, you have to sign in. And there was a line, of course. So we weren't the only parents late, but still. All right, I'm going to leave that out because I'm probably going to use that for the flowers. Check your fingers before you touch anything. Make sure you don't have any ink on your hands. Okay, before you go to pull this off. But look, can you guys see? I hope you can see. So is there enough light? I hope so. Isn't this awesome? Yeah, payday is always a nice day. Who doesn't love payday? That's great. Okay, you guys. Peel and reveal. Now I am going to spray my transfer with a little bit of water because usually we suggest when you ink, you take it to your sink right away and wash it so it doesn't dry. Whatever's left on the silk screen doesn't dry and then it might ruin it. So I usually spray mine with water until I can take it to the sink after my live. So, but look how fabulous that looks, you guys. Isn't that awesome? That is so cool. Now, I am not going to heat set it today, but I am going to hit it with the dryer so that we can do the flowers and I don't smear any of the ink since it's still wet. So we'll just dry it a little bit and then we're just going to throw a couple flowers on there and it'll be done. I mean, it looks fabulous just like this, but I think I'll add a few little flowers on it. Just near the corners here, because this is where my other transfer is going to go, here and then up here. But it was so sweet. So she gave a, and I think every child had a parent, at least one parent there. So that's always good, you know. But she gave an award to each child, like an animal, because she loves animals, and today was Z Day. So they started at the beginning of the alphabet in May, and they went every day, letter of the alphabet, and they did some kind of activity that had to do with the letter of the alphabet. So today was Z for zoo, and so she said, we love animals anyway. She loves animals, so she gave each of them an award based on, that's the smallest dryer. Isn't it amazing, Jackie? I'll tell you where I found it. She gave an award to each kid, like a different type of animal, and described the characteristics of that animal and then why she gave it to that child. So he got the dolphin because he's so inquisitive, and I forget what the other things were, but that is so true. When he wants to know something, he will ask you 100 questions, wants to see pictures, wants to watch a video, wants to know every bit of the information he can. So that was fun. And then they watched a little slideshow over the year, and the kids were so cute, laughing at each other and seeing how they've changed through all the different activities they've done all year. And then, of course, pizza and a cupcake, you know? Can't beat that. So that was fun. And then he got to come home, of course, early, because it's so hard to leave him, even though you want to. And you think, oh, you got a little bit more time, I need to leave you. But we, of course, brought him home. So he's had the whole afternoon, so tomorrow's only a half day also. So that's awesome. Okay, this dryer, you guys, if I had been searching for one of these to buy, I would have never found it. But last fall, my husband and I drove up to the mountains. My daughter lives in the western North Carolina mountains. And we went to go see her because she needed some of her decorations for her townhouse she lives in with other girls. And she doesn't have any storage room. So she needed some decorations, plus we needed to see her because we hadn't seen her since August. So we went up and we spent a long weekend. And of course, she and I hit up a couple thrift stores that we came by. We went in this one thrift store and this was there. And I was like, and look at this too. I mean, it is the perfect dryer for a craft room. Look at this. It even folds up. I don't know if it was like an old it's Conair. So I don't know if it was an old travel iron, or not iron, travel blow dryer that you used to be able to carry, you know, that we used to carry in our suitcases if you're older like me. Anyway, I was like, I plugged it in, it worked. I'm like, well, for $2, I'm gonna buy it. It'll go perfect in my craft room. I have an air dryer too that I use as well, but this is actually heat. So when I'm working with ink, I use the heat, but that was the best $2 I've ever spent. And it's still working. I mean, it seems like it is held up pretty good. So I'm excited. I love that little guy. Okay, so I didn't dry it all. I didn't dry everything, and you do still want to be careful, but I think I'm going to put these flowers. I might put it, oh, I didn't even dry that section. Did I dry here, y'all? I probably better. If I'm going to put it here, it's hard to tell sometimes until you get ready to put it down. I'm just drying it a little bit. I could dry it all the way and heat set it, but I don't usually do that. I usually let it sit over to the side and I'll pile them up and do a couple at a time. But doesn't that look fabulous? Look at all the details on that camera. I mean, this is just a sweet, nice saying anyway. And I just figured, you know, with this week, we need to focus on the good. We got all these, you know, good things happening right now. The end of the school year, the kids have made it through. You know, I've got one graduating kindergarten. I had one graduate college. I have one graduating high school. You know, we need to remember to always focus on the good because it's not always that way. And it might have been a tough year in some ways, but if we're focusing on the good, we're okay. All right, you guys. Now, so over here on this section, my thing is not covering. My ink pad is not covering that whole area. So I am going to grab one of my other little small pieces of ink pad and stick it up under here because I don't want the ink to bleed through to the back. So if the ink pads are great because they're sticky, but if you don't have an ink pad, just use something, piece of cardboard or something. I could probably turn this. Let's see. So I'm going to put another one in here to make sure that it does not get ink through. If I can get it in, maybe I should go from the top. Let's see. Got it tucked too much, I think. Here we go. It's just a little area right over here that it just is overlapping. That I just want to make sure. And I still missed it. Come on now. Where is it? Just, there we go. Just want to make sure that it doesn't bleed through. And if I need to move it over here, I think this side might be okay. But I'm just pressing down the areas where I'm working with there. And I'm going to get two of my smaller ones now. So I'm going to use my detail tool and my multi-purpose tool. I'm going to do the flowers in this same color. And I'll just do the green or all the rest in the green. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should do that in the tide. Maybe I should do that in the tide too. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do the green. This color is meadow green. Hopefully y'all can see that. Maybe I'll do the berries and the teal in the tide. I could pull in a whole nother color if I wanted, but could get my berry and do the berries in berry. Maybe I'll do that. See how fun it is to just pick and choose your own. And honestly, we were thinking about not letting him go tomorrow. We just thought, well, you know, just let him miss. Even though we have a lot to get done tomorrow. But they did a project at school last week making a tie-dye shirt, which I cannot wait to see. And my daughter's going to love because she does a lot of tie-dye. And they did a tie-dye shirt at school, and the assistant, she's so sweet. She has done so much work with our buddy this year when he's needed a little extra. And she, I guess, I don't know what she did it with. I'm assuming it's like vinyl. I don't know. But she was putting something on each one of the shirts. And I think they have 19 kids. And she didn't get them all done. So she said, I'll have his done tomorrow. I said, okay. So, you know, I feel like he kind of has to go for that. Or at least that's what we told him. If you want to get your shirt, you got to go to school tomorrow. You know. And I think that'll give his daddy one more part of a day anyway to have a little bit of a break. And me too, because I've got a bunch to get ready tomorrow. I got to do. But tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys a product. I was going to do it tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to show you guys a product that's not available yet. I showed you last week when I got my Happy Meal, but it's a product that's not available yet. It'll be available at the end of the month, and I just wanted to show you guys that because I need to use it for the graduation. I want to use it for his graduation, their graduation. So my son and his girlfriend are graduating, and his best friend that goes to another school is graduating tomorrow. But they don't want to party. Not yet. I don't know. I might talk them into one later this month. But okay. So I just did all of the leaf area in green, as you can see. Put that over there. And then I'm going to wipe this off because I'm going to reuse it. And I'm going to grab my berry color because it'll be real subtle. That's berry. It's more purpley. And I'm going to do the berries in purple because I can. I could have done it in any color. I don't want to have too many colors, more colors going on here, I think. I just feel so bad because I don't watch the news, you guys. I get news from a couple sources and that's it. And I do not watch the news. I don't watch TV. Really the only time it's here on is if my hubby is here and he's usually only watching golf or a sport or a movie. The grandson only watches some TV on the weekend and that's just Netflix. Like he loves the Mouse with a Cookie show or Bluey, and that's about it. So I don't hear much. And in the car, I listen to podcasts. So I didn't even know that there was fires going on up in Canada. I feel terrible. I hope that any of my Canadian friends have been okay. All right, you guys, I'm wiping that off again because I'm probably going to come back and use another color again on that. And then let's go back to our current jam and we'll do the flowers. I'm going to do the whole flower. I'm not going to do anything different in the middle. I've got it, you know, it's got detail to it already, so I'm not worried about it having all the different colors on this one. June is just a very, very busy month for me. This month is very busy. We got June and July and August, I have a feeling. The whole summer is going to be a very busy time. Getting everybody where they need to be and settled. While trying to have some fun with the little guy. And going through an entire house to get it prepared to move. I think I'll need a vacation in the fall after the summer. All right. That's done. Check your fingers, pull off your transfer. Let me spray it. Show you guys what I got so far, and then we'll see about placing the next one. So here we go. What do you guys think? What do you think? You like that? Hit that heart button if you like it. We did not find our place yet. We have quite a few. Thank you for asking, Jackie. How sweet of you. We have quite a few that we like, that we're strongly considering, but we're kind of waiting to see. We're praying about it. We're, it's not something you want to jump into. And like I said, and we've already met with a realtor for here. We just aren't ready to do that yet. I think I'm going to put this one down here, you guys, along this back corner. I don't think I want it on the side. I think I want to draw it down. I think like this. So, yeah. And so far, which is surprising to us, the ones that we really liked are still available. Because I feel like if it's not meant for us, if it gets sold, thank you, Jackie. If it gets sold before we make a decision, then it wasn't meant for us. So I'm trying to keep that perspective. Trying to, I believe that we have the right place that's supposed to be for us. So, and if not, that we're just being protected from getting into something we're not supposed to. So, and we haven't looked at any more since we went the other week. We don't have plans to go down there and look at any more right now. I mean, we got some really good selections when we were there. And I have a spreadsheet. I created my spreadsheet, you guys. Woohoo, I did get that done this week. I created my spreadsheet. Okay, now we're going to do those berries in berry, right? And I created my spreadsheet, so because I'm a visual person, it helps me not just to look at the house. I mean, I know I have it narrowed down to ones that we looked at. We probably looked at about 40 or 50, I think, just in a 3.5 day period. And I have it narrowed down to the ones that we both have it narrowed down to the ones we really liked. I think there are lots of good choices. So I just needed to look at them side by side. You know what I mean? Like comparison, like, okay, so what, let's look at let's look at the facts. So small world. Let me see this. What? No way. No way. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. I love how God does that. That it is such a small world. That is so fun. And it's Oak Island Court. I think I know where that is. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Is she a crafter? Is it a crafter? Is it a girl? Is she crafty? Too funny, Jackie. So we'll see. I'm an action person though too. I don't like to sit around and It's not that I'm impatient. I'm not impatient, but it's like, okay, if I want to make it, it's like, let's do it. You know, if we've decided this is what we're going to do, let's go ahead and make a decision. Let's do it. But I also don't want to jump into something. So, but I am, okay, like what's next? What do we need to do next? I'm definitely a very, you know, to-do oriented type person. I'm not sedentary. I'm not good at just, I've got to find something to do, and I have so much to do to get ready, so it's not even that, but it's like, okay, so what's next? What do we do next? So then we came home, then we met with a realtor about our house, and we got good news about that, so that's, praise the Lord for that. And then we have to contact our relocation company because they call the shots on most of everything, and find out what we needed to do next with them. So hubby took care of that part. She is. Oh my gosh, you should. Oh my gosh, we should do our. We should do a watch party. Oh man, maybe you should message me and I can get up with her. Maybe she wants to get together. Okay, so this part's done too. Let's see how that turned out. I hate that I'm just now learning about her when I'm going to be leaving. I have wanted crafty friends ever since I've lived here, and I haven't found any. Very few. Okay, look at that, guys. What do you think? How did that turn out? Too much? Too little? I don't think we need any more flowers, though. There are other flowers on there, but I don't think we need any more. What do you guys think? And this isn't our forever home that we're going to next. This is just the next step. So, you know, that makes it a little easier. If it's your forever home, you know, hubby was like, well, we should build. I'm like, I'm not building if it's not our forever home. I will totally listen. Oh, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, let me know. Okay, so there's our shirt. So I will let this dry, and then I'll heat set it. And then maybe I'll wear it next week. Maybe I'll be able to wear it next week. Who knows? So my daughter's coming home tomorrow, and she's here for the graduation and for a visit because she's done with, she just finished, she worked at a school and she just finished with that. So she's coming home tomorrow, and then the goal is while she's home, she's only home for about a week, and she won't be home before she moves. She'll be moving from her place that she's living at now sometime in July. End of July probably, and she won't be home again. So her goal is she has to go through all of her stuff, and she's really, you know, she has a whole separate life here. So basically she has all of her stuff here and her life here, and then things that she only needs seasonally up at school, up, you know, where she lived at school, and then now she's got to go through everything and decide what she's keeping and what she's not. So yeah, so it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna be busy. I'm probably gonna be helping her. I mean, she's pretty good about that on her own, but I love it, you guys. I cannot wait to wear this. I think that turned out really nicely. I hope you guys like that too. I hope you like it too. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna set it over to the side for a second. Oh, you guys, while I have you on here, I have told you I had to go into Dollar General and get some magnets because I could not find mine. So when I went in there, of course, I'm in the craft section, and these are new. I don't remember ever seeing these there. Look at these. They're called, let's see, wood coasters, and they're only two of them, and they're really thick. So you know what? These are gonna make some fun. We're gonna be able to do some fun designs, I think, with some of the summertime minis. But look how cute that is. And they even got like little feet thingies on them for you to use, but they're wood and they're very thick. They come in a pack of two. I think it was either like, it was only like $1 or $2. I don't know. It was maybe $3 at the most. It was very inexpensive. So we'll definitely be using those. But that was the only other thing I picked up. No, that's not true. I picked up some chalk markers, but that was it. All right, so this is done. I'm going to move it over to the side for a second, and then I'll set that somewhere and dry it, and I'll probably do both of the shirts at the same time when I go to heat set them, because I usually do that stuff at the same time. Okay, so I already sprayed on here and it has loosened up my chalk. So I'm just going to take a scraper. I actually just did order a real scraper from Chalk Couture because we have one that's this one's a little flimsy. The other one's a little more sturdy, but this has worked. I got this from the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. I've had it forever. So I am just now going to just start scraping. Actually, it feels like it needs some more. I'm going to start scraping my chalk paste off of this. So this board will be all ready. It's a magnetic reusable chalkboard, and it will be all ready to take on the next project, which is going to be when I do the cutouts with that same transfer. So that's all you do is you just spray it with some water to loosen up your chalk paste and then scrape it off. But that's where we tell you, you can clean, you know, if you've got it, even this chalkboard, if you need to wipe it down and clean it, for some reason, you know, I mean, it's decorative, but if you needed to, your chalk's not going to come off unless you want it to come off. So I just figured I'd go ahead and show you guys the process. I haven't done this in a long time. I have a video in my VIP group that shows this kind of stuff. I usually try to do, when I do these kinds of like techniques or special techniques that I show you guys on here, a lot of times I try to save those in my VIP group under the tips and trips. So if you're not a designer and you want to join my VIP group, there is a link in the comments. And I keep that right in there. It's featured, it's at the top, so that you can pull it up anytime. If you say, wait a minute, I need to do this. How do I do it? Do I know? You can always go in there and look. Or do like a lot of my other clients. Customers do, they might message me. I don't mind answering. And then I usually will point you to the video. So probably need to, you guys, this one is coming out. So this is a refill. It's not hooked in there. I don't have it hooked in good. I'm scraping off the majority of it. It's pushing back. Okay. And then what I usually do is take a paper towel. Just take a paper towel and, hey Linda, how you doing, girl? I am going to wipe off all the gunk, the wet chalk that I just did. Wipe that off here. Clean it up. Get it off. I'm actually going to just take this same baby wipe that I use for my fingers and wipe off the rest of that. And then I'm going to show you how we take care of this ghosting. Usually it's not this much ghosting. Right now it's you can really see the shadow of it. That's what ghosting it is. And you can really see the shadow on this right now. As you can see, it looks like it's still on there. It just looks like it's really light and gray. But for some reason, I think I just didn't scrape it hard enough. But let me grab my board eraser. So this is what these were actually meant for. This is a board eraser. Comes in a pack of 2, super cheap. This is what we use them for. It will take care of this ghosting problem. And if you need to wet it a little bit more, you can. My board eraser is a little bit wet from where I use it to clean every day. I use it to clean my transfers. But this is what it's for. It's for the boards. It's for the chalkboards. And you guys, I might as well just take this out because it's getting on my nerves. See, it's pushing out my little guys for some reason. So I'm just going to take it out. You have to be careful with it though because it is sharp. So I'm just taking that out. That way I can get, there we go. So you just go across it. Just dampen your, either your board or your board eraser. It's, you know, it's similar to a Mr. Clean eraser, but do not use a Mr. Clean eraser because that will take off your coating. This is a porcelain. So these are really heavy duty ones, the ones that come from our company. And they're meant to be reused. Spray a little more water because that ghosting should come off. You need a little bit of elbow grease just to get it off. And then this will dry. I'll wipe it off all the way and it'll dry. And it will, it will be ready to reuse. Okay? So that's all you do. So I'm going to set that over to the side. I got wet. Set that over to the side and let that dry. All right, guys, that's the project for tonight. I hope you like this idea. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for letting me share my idea with you today. And thanks for coming into the craft room and crafting with me. So much more fun with friends. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, a great start to your Thursday. Come back tomorrow. I sure do plan on doing a project tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to share a brand new product that is going to be available later this month with you guys. That I need it for the graduation, so I'm going to go ahead and get it done so I can use it, and I'll show you guys while I'm doing it, and then we'll do the next project with the cutouts. I don't know if they're coming back in stock or not, but hopefully they're coming back in stock soon, and then I can show you what that looks like too. All right, guys, thank you so much. Until I see you next time, please stay safe, be healthy, and be blessed. See you guys.